right, we're back. Welcome. It's the Two Men with Mike's podcast, and we are coming for you coming live and direct.
Wow.
I know. I'm sorry. It's been a week or two, and I'm having me a glass of wine, so please forgive me. And I just want to say we have a special guest joining us tonight. Nikhil, how you doing?
How you doing? Glad
Doing
to be a
good.
part of it.
Oh, hey, you know what? Thank you for joining us because I think this is going to be kind of cool, and we'll get into peeing the dating pool and a spending limit or cap, whatever you want to call it, on the first date. But of course, we have my famous co-host here who makes us all look good.
I'm Bobby
Uh,
Joe Williams.
you say you by
Yeah, I'm Bobby Joe.
so I'm CJ the Great
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah. Maybe trying to help you get it right. I'm actually kind of excited about talking about first dates. I think my forte is dating because because I suck at it actually. So
No, you think you suck at it? I thought you were like a. I was about to say I was going to ask you if you were a dating professional, dating expert.
negative. I'm bad at it. I'm not I guess I'm not good when it comes into dating in a sense, just
Mm.
because everybody has their own reasons of vices. So I know my vices are why I don't. I mean, I guess I could put more effort into dating, but I think that I've dated so much that now I've become good at being able to talk about dating.
Okay,
You know how
okay.
you fail so many times you could be successful at what you're saying or doing.
Okay. Well, let me ask you guys this, and whoever wants to go first, please do that. But I want to know what to you guys is a what would you consider what is a perfect first date?
I gotta let ladies go first
Yeah,
because
Nikhil, you
I'll
go
be a
first.
gentleman.
I feel it will be like a nice, could be a nice dinner date and a movie date. A movie.
Mhm.
It could be a beach. Go walk on the beach.
Okay, a walk on the beach. Okay. Um, so we're gonna kind of get into like yeah, because I hear a lot of guys, talk about. I've heard this, and I don't know where this is coming from. This must be something new. But I've heard some guys in these Facebook groups, and of course you don't know this, but I'm in a lot of Facebook groups. Sometimes this is where I get all some of my topics. But I hear a lot of guys talking about pre-dates and look saying stuff like I need to go on a pre-date with you to decide if you're worthy to just spend money on. So I hear a lot of women saying there's pee in the dating pool. So how do you feel, Nikhil, about these pre-dates? Would you be offended if a gentleman said, "Look, I'm only willing to spend this much on you on a first date, or let's go to Starbucks and get some coffee first, or
So
just
basic, yeah. So basically, you're saying like if a guy has a cap or a limit to spending on the first date.
yeah, yeah."
Okay.
And
I
he
wouldn't
so
have a problem with Starbucks. I wouldn't have a problem with doing Starbucks.
okay, so that would be cool for you on a first date.
Yeah.
Okay. See, for me,
No objection. You have no objection if a guy
no,
says,
no.
"Hey, Nikhil," he meets you somewhere. "Hey, Nikhil or Miss Nikhil, you look nice, you pretty. You like somebody I want to, probably get to know. Let's say Friday night, let me take you out on a date." And then you be like, "Okay." And let's say he come get you. He's nice enough to come get you. And then he's pick you up. You all dressed up in your nice outfit that you got from whatever boutique you go to get them nice clothes, right? Got your hair done, as they say, and then he pull up in Starbucks, get you a coffee and a piece of crumble cake. You good with that? Come on now.
No, it's like Bobby said pre-date. Pre-date. He said pre-date, so he
Let,
wanted to get to
We,
you
we,
know.
we,
no, we saying not. We saying date number
Well,
one.
no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to Starbucks. I don't want to go
Mm,
there. No, I
okay,
do not
then
want to go there.
clarification.
No,
he's just trying to get to know you. So let me just
it
say,
doesn't matter.
I don't believe in pre-dates. So I think it's a bunch of BS. I just think it's okay. I don't want to spend any money. Or better yet, why don't you come by my house? We don't have to go out. You can just come by my house and hang out, and we can have a good time. No,
Mm-mm, mm-mm. No, we need to go to a restaurant.
So your minimum is to have just a restaurant, at least a restaurant on the first date.
Yeah, because I feel comfortable in a place, not just at your house just yet. I feel comfortable in a nice setting.
Well, we're gonna nix that in the house because Bobby, he trying to hit that ain't we talking about dating, right? Anytime they go to the
I come to
house,
the house.
yeah, he already man, you to jump about a week, 2, 3 weeks out down the road. We talking about dating. I mean, going on that first date. That's the stuff we did back in the day. Try to give him that
I
first.
feel like if a guy asks you to go out, he should be ready to take you to a nice restaurant.
Okay, so what if his means isn't exactly nice restaurant type of means?
Like it don't have to be an extravagant restaurant. It could be just a nice little restaurant. It ain't got to be all that.
Okay, so
A nice little
so
restaurant.
Wendy's is a restaurant. We're going 2 for 2s.
We can't go 2 for 2s. We can't do 2 for 2s. We can't do 2 for 2s.
That's a restaurant.
No, that's not. You trying to take a lady on a nice date. Why would you want to take her to Wendy's? Why would you even do that?
That's
Okay.
just what he
What about-
we could have went to Starbucks then.
I'm not taking you. Number one, well, I'm married, but before
I'm just
before I
saying.
was dating, that's my wife. But no, I'm not saying. No, I'm saying. What I'm saying is before I was, married, dating, or with my wife. When I was going out on dates, I wasn't thinking about like, oh, let me see if I like you enough to spend some money on you. Because let's be honest, I think that's some bullshit. So
Yeah.
I'm not taking you to Starbucks or we're gonna go do this or go have a walk, take a walk in the park and all this. I like to eat and I like to have some drinks. I like to converse. I like to get to know you. So what better way to do that than over amazing food, some nice drinks. We can go hang out and we can have a good time. Now, if it doesn't work out, you didn't have a good time, then hey, I'm not even cutting my losses. Sounds I don't know. That's the best way I can describe it. So if you don't want to go back out with me, then that's fine. Then no harm, no foul, and then we go on about our business. Hey, find someone else you may be interested in, ask them out on a date. But this whole I need to go on a pre-date and well, let me ask you this: do you like? Because I hear that all the time. Pee in the dating pool. Do you believe that, or I don't know what your status
I don't believe in pre-date. I don't believe in that.
But do you believe there's pee in the dating pool? Do you think it's just so? Do you have a hard time meeting men?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you're
No, I don't have a hard time.
you're the exception. Okay.
Look at her. She's very attractive. I mean, it's not hard. Listen, and I've said this in the past. Women don't have a problem getting men. It's men having problem getting women.
You think so?
Yes, because
why do you say that?
Because women are the chasees, men are the chasers. The women, although in the end, Bobby always never agreed with me, but in the end, the woman does choose. But here's the thing: the woman has multiple, triple, dipple options because there's so many people coming at her. Men don't necessarily like if you take 5 men and 5 women, those 5 women, out of those women, they're all gonna have at least 3 men or whoever attracted to them, coming at them or work coming at them, probably in their inboxes, DMing them. That 5 men, probably 2 might have 2 to 3 at the most, having someone might say something to them. And it usually is not the type of woman that a man will want, but the woman on the other hand, they have so many options. So that's why I said that women never have problems getting men. It doesn't. Now the problem is getting.
He may not be shit.
Yeah, exactly. They have the problem with getting a good man. That's the problem. Now the guy, I mean, halftime it's like taxi cab. We got to get what we can take. I mean, take what we can get. Whatever.
So
half the time.
I see. I think it's the opposite. I think it's easier for men, and I'm going to tell you this because of course, I think there. Oh, of course, on both sides. Ain't shit men, ain't shit women, whatever, however you want to say it. But I think as long as whenever I'll say this, whenever a guy tells me, whenever a guy like in these groups say, "Oh, it's hard for me to find a good woman to do this and do this," I think he's lying because. I think as long as and you don't have to be handsome, as long as you can carry on a decent conversation, you're not a weirdo, you're gainfully employed, And hell, halftime, maybe you don't even have to be that, or have your own place, a reliable uh, transportation. You don't have any problems. You shouldn't have any problems finding a woman to date. As long as you're not a weirdo, you can carry on a decent conversation.
Well, see,
And you're not some type of asshole or moron. I don't think you should have any problems, none whatsoever.
he just Bobby's playing this nice guy role
No,
over, and it
I'm
is not.
serious.
I
I'm
mean,
serious.
every guy is gonna have every guy's gonna get a lady or have a lady, and I always say there's somebody out there for everybody, right? But a lot of times, and I think you missed the point is women have more options than men, and there are dudes. I know dudes right now, grown men right now. The luck of them getting women are real shallow because
Why though?
because men are the chasers. We're not chased so much, unless you're just one of those guys, you know what I'm saying? But men aren't chased as much as women are because we're always taught it's just natural for us to chase the women. So a lot of women are not going to chase a guy, and then on top of that, they're not going to chase that guy because they're a lady. They're taught to be chased. And that's at the end of the day, so they're not going to go out and be like, "Oh, look at him," and then go after this, the guy around the block, old Steve around the block. They're going to wait for Steve to come to them. They'll give him the eyes, give him the bat, or hey, how you? Good morning, or might pretend they walk every day and walk by his house just to see if he out. Hey, how you doing? And get that conversation going. But that's the difference in all that. So, like what Bobby said, I'll just say that's all nice guy stuff. I'm gonna tell you something else about this whole because kind of got off topic a little bit. But on this first date thing, and when Bobby was saying about that, I would say this: there's a major breakdown when it comes to dating. Because at first I was like, well, it depends on the woman, how much money you're gonna spend, right? But then I kind of thought about it. It's like, well, in a sense, it is that kind of goes in part with it. But as far as like this whole pre-dating, technically you predate on the first date, and I would say that there's so much to go into it. So you have to say to yourself, where did you meet the lady at first? If I met her at the doggone, I don't know, at the juke joint and she was out there twerking, we're not going to Ruth Chris, we're not going to, some high dollar place. We're going probably Wendy's for that 2 for $2. If I came up to her and said, "Hey, how you doing?" and she was at, let's say, at a elegant art gallery, I can't take her to a 2 for $2 on the first date. And then I have to know in my head, me personally, and I do this, and I'm financially nice or stable on a first date. I literally in my head already know how much I'm going to spend or what average I'm going to be at on a date with someone. And then, like I said, it goes back to where I met them at, how I met them, what the interaction was, what type of conversation it was, what their conversation was back to me, right? Then I'm going to be like, okay, so you're Ruth Chris, whatever, even though I don't necessarily like the place, I might take you there.
Right.
But if that's your level, and then at the same time, I'm not going to do something to blow you just up out of the water. Like I done took you to Ruth Chris, I done order fireworks and doves. They're going to fly out when we come up through there. I'm not going to do all that because the first date is technically the pre-date. The second date is the date that you impress them with. You get what I'm saying? So you don't want to go all out on that first date.
But you only get one time to make a
first impression. Here's my point. Glad you said that. Glad you said it. In the words of Chris Arrington in his church speaking, there again, he always say there again, that first date is really only truly is for first impression. You know what your first impression is? Conversation.
Okay.
Second date is to impress. First date is conversation to get to know this person, let them know who you let them know, hey, this is who I am, this is who you are. I know you, you know me. Hey, how you doing, Miss Lynn? She kind of audience. I guess she has.
She's connecting the audio right now. She'll be with
okay. Because I'm the date doctor's still talking right now anyway. So anyway, like I said, that very first date is your first impression, and first impression comes from conversation. So because what happens is if I take you to the best restaurant in the world and we don't have conversation, we don't have anything going on, is there going to be a second date? No. So I can take you for one step above 2 for $2, depending on who you are. And have a great conversation with you, and you're gonna be like, I liked him. Even, and you know what they're gonna say? I liked him. Even though he took me down there to get that 2 for 2. Man, we had a great time. Great time. And then I'm like, hey, I'm gonna take you somewhere else the next time. And that's the impression. That's when we go on them Ruth Chris and all that. And the date night is done. I gotta turn my light back on, so y'all have at it though.
I can just say that when I was out there dating, I wasn't thinking about dating a spending limit, or I'm not taking you to Wendy's for the 2 for 2 or whatever. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna go wherever and have a good time. Bonefish, wherever. Because Bonefish is one of my favorite. You can go there, have some margaritas, whatever. But just somewhere and just hang out. I wasn't thinking about, oh man, how much money is this gonna cost me?
I do on the first date. Before I even get there, I'm already projecting how much I'm gonna spend. Depending on the person, I'm gonna be like, okay, roughly this is gonna be. And I would say an average date for someone that actually is, I guess, in a grown person working, you're gonna spend it roughly to $100 on a first. And you know why? Here's the thing: it goes by the levels of your financial. So my level of financial first date is $100. The next person next to me, their level of financial date would be like, 50 or 150 or 200, depending on where the level of finance is. That's something, because again, why are you laughing, Miss Nikhil?
I'm just listening. I'm listening.
So there again, as Chris would say, there again, you're not gonna if your level is at $100, max out to 100, you might do maybe a little bit more than 100, depending on if you're having a good time. But you're not gonna spend that 200, and then the rest of the week you can only eat, like dollar tacos at the taco shack because you spent all your money on this first date. If you're, go ahead, tell me.
Go ahead, Lynn.
Well, I guess my thing has always been like, where did this whole, it has to be a dollar value on this to start with? Like, where did that all of a sudden come in? Because, before, back in the day, there was no dollar limit. Like, you asked somebody out, y'all went out and you went to wherever he chose or whatever you all decided to do, and it wasn't a big deal. But now all of a sudden it has to be a monetary value to stuff. And I don't know. That just throws me off, because I feel like whatever, like you said, if you get it, you got a dollar limit. Okay, that's great. To me, that's weird, but hey, everybody has their own thing. But if you're not trying to spend a whole bunch of money, there are a lot of things that you can do for free. I just feel like if you're asking somebody out, like hopefully you all been talking for, a couple of weeks or whatever, you kind of really had some great conversations. And then the first date is just kind of like a carryover, from that, because if we're not vibing, then I don't care how many times you ask me out, I'm not going. I'm not too hungry, right? I'm not. I can feed myself. I'm not that hungry, so I'm not going. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to waste your money. But this whole monetary value on a first date, it throws me off. I just
don't make sense.
It don't.
Now, well, no man shouldn't say that though. I'm just saying mentally you're going to think that.
But you know what? But honestly and truly, like, Bobby Joe said, we in a lot of groups together. So this has been a topic of the conversation plenty of times, and there are men that put a value on the date, and it's like, first it has to be coffee, or it has to be a walk in the park. Like, I'm not taking anybody out to eat on a first date because I'm not spending that kind of money. But I don't. It's just weird.
Okay. So Lynn and Nikhil, let me ask you this, and I'm just gonna ask this because somebody just messaged me and said let the ladies talk because I was talking too much. But you meet a guy that you're gonna take him out on a date, right? You're gonna pay for the date. Mm-hmm. This joker, you meet him, I don't know, twerking on somebody else, I don't know, somewhere else. You gonna tell me you're gonna take him to the best restaurant ever?
Okay, well, first of all, we ain't going out.
I'm just saying, We ain't
going out. What I bet we ain't going. We good. I'm good.
And I just want to say we have a special guest.
Dang, bro.
No, my bad. I was looking at us online. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was looking to see how many people we got watching. Go
Oh my
ahead.
gosh, come on, man.
If I'm going to take somebody out, like I'm gonna take you where I want to take you, so if that means I'm spending, a couple $100, I mean, I like nice places. But that means that we've been vibing. If I'm offering to take you out, like we've been vibing and it's cool, so I don't have a problem with it. Now we're not going to Wendy's for no four, for five, whatever Wendy's has
Burger
going.
King or nothing.
Right. Like where we go, it's going to be someplace where we can have great conversation, we can have fun. Like we might go bowling. Like who knows what it's going to be, but it's going to be fun
Okay, you
and
said
put a value on it or a limit on how much I would spend.
okay, but here you go. You said the keyword like just say bowling. You know, a lot of people don't. A lot of people put bowling as a value. Like, why you take me bowling on a first date?
No. So let's back up for a second. Because the date is going to be based on our conversations and things. If you tell me there are things that you like, then that's what I'm taking into consideration. So if you tell me that you like bowling, I mean, it may not be then that might be what we do because you said that that's something that you like to do. That's part of the issue is that people don't listen, right? We have this great conversations on the phone, but you're not taking into account the things that I like as well. I get it. You want to be the man, you want to plan the date, but I think there should be some consideration as to what everybody likes to do. Or, we can have some kind of compromise, right?
Okay, let me test you one more time. So, because you say people don't listen.
They don't.
Okay, so literally you just popped, I ain't gonna say you popped in, you just came in onto this thing and this is hyper, it's not that you're saying, but all of a sudden you like CJ the Gray. And now you want to say, hey, CJ, I want to take you out tomorrow because tomorrow's Friday. Where are you going to take me?
I don't know. Well, I'm going to ask you, what do you like? I'm going to ask you, what do you like? What kind of foods did you like? What
I like whatever you plan it. I like whatever, just plan it. Since you want to take me out, I'm cool with whatever you do. Okay, so I'm cool with whatever you want.
A nice little whiskey bar or something like that because I like whiskey. Damn. I like whiskey.
Well, he want to drink vodka.
I'm trying to railroad you, but you're not working with me on this one.
No, I'm not. I'm just being true. Like I'm just being true to who, what I am, what I like to do.
Okay.
It'd probably be something chill where, we can have a conversation, things like that. Not something, not too loud because we want to be able to, talk to each other or whatever, or not be hollering and screaming.
Right.
But I'm always down for a great drink.
Me too.
Yeah, that's me. Let me just read one comment from our viewers. Kim Purifoy said, "Fun yet simple activities like hiking, canoeing, things people have discovered or perhaps have already been doing before during the pandemic. Concerts in the park are fun too. Finding something that both sides want to do or they agree to do whatever." One person plans like an adventure. I mean, I can, that's cool. I don't know. Maybe I'm simple minded. First dates for me, in the past, hey, I like to go eat. Like I said, I don't want to eat and drink. So let's go hang out, sit at the bar or wherever, have some drinks, talk. I'm gonna ask you some questions about yourself because you know what? One thing I've learned: people love talking about themselves. Oh, they do.
Yeah. But haven't you been conversating with the person to begin to even try to take them on a date? So how long have y'all been conversating?
No, I mean, we've been talking a while, and no, I'm just saying, maybe we haven't, and I say, hey, you want to hang out? I'm a little old fashioned. I believe the man should pursue, let him choose you, and so hey, I'm gonna ask you out, and we'll hang out, and that's just me. I don't know. So we, whether we've been hanging out for a long time or talking for a long time or not. I'm gonna ask you to hang out and we can go grab a drink. Initially, me personally, I'm not into all this hiking and all this other stuff. So in the beginning, because I'm not an outdoors person. If we go camping. Or we're out in the wilderness and there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm gonna die on the first day, for real. So hiking and canoeing and all that stuff, we can save that for later on. I'm trying to eat and drink.
So, Mr. CJ, you got a spending limit on your first day, right?
I was advised not to speak anymore because I was talking too much.
No, go ahead.
That's why I've been chilling. I'm
You
just
spending you have your limit what you're spending on your first date.
That what again, in the words of Chris Aaron,
Depending
Christian
on the
words.
person.
There again, it depends on it will depend on the person, where I met that person, how I met that person. If I'm with that person at my friend's like I said, let's say a beautiful art gallery, or they're on a yacht with somebody else. Yeah, I can't take that person. You can't take that person to somewhere that they're not exactly used to. Now, if I met this person, like I said, in let's say an old dive bar, just chilling and hanging out, and she was kind of doing ratchet things, I would adjust my first date to be like, hey, but at the same time, and I might contradict myself, but I will have some type of impressiveness to the first date, technically a little bit, as far as something small. No matter who they are, we're gonna have that. But each lady, and it might sound male chauvinist, but each lady is not gonna get the same treatment. And Bobby's gonna be the nice guy, and then I always get flack for every time we talk about relationship. I'm always the asshole or jerk or stupid, but each lady,
bad cop.
Yeah, each lady is not going to get the exact same treatment on the first dates. Now, once I really, really get to know you, now it might be different. Think the tables may turn for pertaining to whoever it may be. But if I got great conversation with you, yeah. So guess what? As they say, we got to impress just like women have to impress. If you impress me with your conversation, then the next date we're gonna build. And that's the key word is build, because anytime you're in a relationship, what do you do in relationships? Come on, class. You communicate, and communication leads to building. So I'm building with you already from day one, from that first date. Boy, that boy good. See how I brought that back around.
Yeah. Cool with you.
Right.
But you guys know there's truth in that, right? Am I not building with you? Right? Ladies?
So it's levels. It's all about levels.
Yeah, you steady building, because what if I take you, if I'm dating you guys and I take you to the top of the world on day one, where else can I go? Nowhere.
I'm not expecting you to take me to the top of the world.
And that is the key. I'm glad you say that. And then the person that don't expect to be taken to the top of the world will be taken to the top of the world down the road as we build, because we're steadily taking steps, and they won't even realize it. What happened is, from day one, we're doing this. We might be 2 for 2s or 4 for 4s. Get you the big, McDonald's paper hat, or whatever it is, that Burger King paper hat. Next thing you know, turn around and you look back, because this relationship has been so glorious and just so fruitful that you didn't know where you were at. You didn't know what was going on. And then you turned around and you look backwards and you seen how many steps you took, right? And then you look up and you like, I'm at the top of the stairway. I'm at the top of the world.
We ain't getting on the steps because we ain't going to McDonald's.
No.
Come on now.
We ain't going.
Oh my God.
I ain't never gonna get to the top of the steps because I'm
never.
So Lynn, well, let me ask you this, Lynn. So would you have an issue if a gentleman asked you out and he was upfront and honest and said, look, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna get some drinks, do whatever, but I do have like a spending limit, and this is how much I'm gonna spend, and are you okay with that? And or better yet, y'all go out, the bill comes, and he's like, well, can you leave the tip? I'll pay, or can you leave the tip, or something like that, or he just lets you know or informs you up front before the date that he has some type of the spending limit cap, whatever, and this is what he's gonna do, and are you kind of okay with that, or should he have even said anything at all?
First thing first, if you tell me up front that you got a limit or a cap, we ain't going.
Okay.
That's the first thing. Now, I am the type of person that if we go out and you pay the bill, I don't have a problem with leaving a tip. I'm gonna always volunteer to leave the tip. Like that's just what I do. And if you say no, I got it, then great. And if not, like I said, it doesn't bother me that you say, well, hey, yeah, go ahead and leave the tip. That's fine. I don't care about that because you've already paid for dinner, so or whatever, wherever we are. But yeah, if you tell me up front that it's a limit, then you're right. There's a limit, and this is it. We ain't going. You have limited yourself from a date.
Out of here. Out of here. I don't have a problem leaving the tip either. I would leave the tip too. I wouldn't have a problem doing it.
You guys are the women that leave the tips. So this is just like a little fun fact, but and Bobby always say these little fun facts. But women that leave tips were in the research. Women that decide to leave a tip or want to leave a tip are the women that they say you're supposed to stay with because they contribute to the relationship. They're always thinking about the relationship. Like you guys are like the upper echelons of a relationship. Now, if you're on a date with somebody that don't leave a tip, you don't want to be with them.
Well, I'll just say this. I've never asked a woman to leave a tip. If I ask you out on a date, I'm paying and I'm leaving the tip. So I'm not really asking you to tip. It's just, honestly, if I can't afford to take you out, then or afford to pay for the date, the dinner, and the tip, then maybe I shouldn't be asking you out. But hey, you know what? That's just me.
Well, this damn guy played Mr. Good Guy all the time.
I agree.
I'm just saying.
Don't ask me to leave a tip. Let me offer.
Yeah, volunteer.
Yeah, but because if you say, "Oh, go ahead," can you leave a tip? I'm like, I'm gonna be side eyeing you. I'm gonna leave it, but I'm gonna be side eyeing you. But let me volunteer.
Is this a guy that you've been with for like, let's say a guy you've been with for like 2-3 years, but you've been dating for 2 or 3 years, and he asks you, do you have a problem with him and say, hey, could you leave a tip?
No, now we've been together. He's like, babe, can you leave a tip? For whatever reason. I'm like, yeah, I got it. But once again, you're not going to ask me.
I ask
that I do. I don't know.
I ask, hey, leave a tip.
And I'll be like, yeah, I'll leave it.
Yeah, if you ask, I'm gonna do it. But like I said, you're not. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna even have to ask because I'm be like, babe, I got it. I got the tip.
Right.
Okay.
Well, and I know you posted your answer in the comments, but just for the sake of the live, I did ask Nikhil this. Lynn, I'm gonna ask you: is there really pee in the dating pool from your experience?
Why does it sound funny?
I know it does sound funny, and I feel like I'm, because it's social. We're online, we're live. I just feel bad saying it. But that's what I hear when I'm in these Facebook groups. I gather, I do research for these podcasts. So I hear a lot of women saying there's pee in the dating pool. So since you guys are on, I'm just asking you: is there pee in the dating pool?
I'm gonna say this. I did say earlier that there was. I won't say that there's necessarily pee. I just think was the reason people say that is because they're making bad choices.
Right.
That's just my opinion. I think people are just, making bad choices. They just, dating in and every, just to be able to say, oh, I'm dating, I'm going out, I'm doing this. Sometimes you got to sit back and be still. That's just my opinion. I just think they picking what happens is they tend to have their list. He's got to be this, he's got to be this, he's got to do this, he's got to have that, and they stick to it. They don't think outside of the box or step outside of their norm, so they tend to stay in that vein to end up with the same type of trifling person. So now all of a sudden it's got pee in it. No, that's just you picking the wrong person off.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion. It's my opinion.
Okay.
I agree with that. I'm trying not to talk.
Go ahead, say it.
I can't.
Come on, CJ. Come on.
You can do it.
I got messages like, let them talk. Okay. So we're gonna let you guys talk.
Yeah, who's messaging you? Because
bunch of haters.
We've been letting them talk.
So I'm letting them ladies talk. Them beautiful ladies on here talk. By the way, you ladies are very beautiful.
Well, thank
you.
I will blow my budget on the first date with you guys. We go for that 2 for $20 at Chili's.
We done stepped up.
Step one. Yeah, step one.
We on the step.
So, ladies. And I'm sure a lot of men have approached you. So, since we're kind of veering off the topic, but what are some common mistakes, or what are some things men have said to you that just kind of turn you off, and you're like, nah, we're good, bro. We're not hanging out. We can't do this. Like, what are some crazy things, or like some common theme, or something you're seeing out there with guys, or when they're messing up, and it's just like, I was cool until this happened, or
he was a 10 until, as they say, or he was an 8 until. You guys know that saying?
Mm-hmm.
I just learned that, but yeah, he was an 8 until.
I think the main thing for me is bragging about what you have and what you can do for me, and this, no, that is that's just an instant turn off to me.
Okay.
Bragging.
Yeah. That's I think it's the biggest one for me.
Okay.
Mr. Kill, what's yours?
I can say the same thing, bragging.
What if he brought a Captain America shield with him on the first date?
He can be a Captain America by himself. He's gonna walk out. I'm gonna walk out.
Somebody to come get him because he needs some help.
Captain America.
I'm gonna call the people. Be like, think he's Captain America? Get him.
He need one of them white jackets, huh?
Listen, I'm trying to tell you. What is the fifth floor? Which floor is it? The crazy people on the fifth floor?
Yeah, he on the fifth floor up there.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so we're about to almost get out of here. Ladies, you guys, I'm not saying ladies. Ladies, I've been drinking too. But ladies, we've been having we're gonna have date night actually. So would you guys be willing to come back for date night?
Absolutely.
Talk about dates, dating. We say, what you got? A lot of stuff to say about dating, huh, Mr. Kill?
Yeah, sure do.
She went hard on that one.
A lot. I had a lot to talk about.
We got or part 2 of this because I'm taking Bobby's job right now because he's not paying attention.
No, I know. I was letting you talk, and I was just following your lead. I was about to, because I know we're about to wrap up, and we're running out of time. But I was going to ask the ladies and of course CJ to drop your social medias. I'm trying to help everybody with the highlight reel, get them some more followers, likes, friends, and stuff like that. Because we are going to have a part 2, definitely. So
I'll tell you what. How about we can have part 2 this week coming up?
Next week, or
next week.
Okay. Part 2 next week.
If you young ladies, okay, we can have that because I still have a lot of stuff to get off my chest because somebody muted me, told me I couldn't talk no more. So I'm getting all my stuff off my chest next week.
Oh no, we can. Okay, we'll do part 2 next week.
You ready, Lynn?
Huh?
I asked Lynn when she's ready for part 2. I'm ready too. I'm ready.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have it because I have a lot to say.
We can do that. So I want to thank you all for coming out and joining us. And if you want to drop your
part 2 is why women play hard to get when they really want that guy. Haters.
Why they play hard to get?
Yeah. Haters. No, just bunch of haters. Don't play with me. No. They'll be playing with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, baby. I said, baby. Go ahead, Bobby. Do your outro. I'd have called Bobby baby. I'm always so upset right now. That girl knows she wanted me.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm just waiting. So look, ladies, we thank you for joining us tonight. And if anybody wants to drop their social medias, I'll go first, of course, for our new viewers. It's Bob Bibb DeVoe on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. But like I tell everybody, the magic happens on Facebook at B. Joseph Williams Jr. That's where the magic happens. So, and of course, if you want to come on the show or you have a topic you want to talk about, you hit us up at two men. You know what, CJ? I'm drawing a blank here. The two men with mics at
Gmail.
gmail.com. Hit us up, and if you want to talk about something, we'll put you on, and we'll talk about it because we're here for you. We're trying to help you with your highlight. We're all about you. So, ladies, do you want to drop a social media or you know, we don't want you to have any stalkers or anything like that. So stalkers. So
I will. I forgot the name of it real quick, and somebody gonna help me. I will drop one social media. Miss Lynn, did you want to drop a social media or no?
I think the only one that I know, I don't know my Instagram. I don't know what it is. I think it's Dukes Melvin is my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And my Facebook, I think is Lynn Dukes Melvin is my Facebook. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's it. Be good.
What about you, Miss Nikhil?
Facebook is Nikhil Stribble.
Okay.
Instagram.
Okay.
You got it.
No, yeah, I'm gonna add one that I know. There's one I don't ever drop mine because my social media is garbage. So don't ever look for me on any type of social media except Snapchat, right? But I do have one. If you go to Signature Styles by Nikhil, they got a great. You need to drop by there and check that out. They have a great dressing. Just go look at it. I can't say I've been drinking, but Signature Styles by Nikhil. He tried to be homo, but go there, check it out.
Thank you.
You know, so that's mine.
all right. Well, look, hey, well, we got them out there, so you know, hit us up and WhatsApp too. We've got the WhatsApp for the Facebook page, and just just hit us up, and
Dang, I didn't know
we'll
that.
get you on there. Yeah, we do. Yeah, I got that. Nobody ever hits us up, but I'm trying to put us out there. So yeah, so we'll have you on the show, and ladies, again, we want to thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And next week, part 2. And if anybody else out there wants to join us, please come on. And what I'm gonna do, I promise not to have some wine during the podcast because I'm slurring my words. So I'm sorry. I blame CJ.
What you drinking, CJ?
Vodka.
Vodka and water?
It's straight vodka right now because I don't have any water right now.
Okay.
That's why I was slurring. I ain't gonna say slurring, but I'm using against Bobby words. I was saying wrong words. So I'm sorry.
All right.
As I said.
So as you see, so all right. So that's gonna wrap things up. And again, we thank you for coming out, and all our viewers. We thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next week for part 2. And you guys take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Dang.
Yeah, buddy.
Hold on, Bob.
Oh,
I can't even.
What happened? I got to do better. I just feel like I was off my.
Hold on. Yeah, you were all the way off, but
I know.